Past few months, gamekeepers have been under starters orders. Now they're off the blocks and running.
This time of year, you go from being quite nice and relaxed to 100 mile an hour. So, yeah, you're thinking about next week before you even start today. So,
the birds rule the roost, or the gamekeeper's soul, anyway.
It's exciting, but it's also it's like the circle starts again.
From here on in and for the rest of 2018, it's all about, and nothing but about, the birds. The 7-week-old pheasants are here this week for a reason. Timing is everything. Well, price is too, but for today, let's talk about timing.
We don't shoot pheasants until November, because we start on the partridges, so we don't need early pheasants. Other years we have had them in June, end of June, July, but then obviously they mature quicker, over the pen wire quicker, out into the crops. And you get a bit more wandering, and also when they get out, then you got a problem with the foxes and whatnot. You can't get on top of the foxes because the crops are still up. So this year we had them right at the end of July, beginning of August. They're still mid birds and not late birds, but it just gives a bit more time to get on top of the vermin. Put that out.
We move to another pen which has been prepped by Sam, Paul's new young keeper.
Perfect.
Are you excited this time of year?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I think about every keeper's that mixture of excitement and a little bit nervous. But here we go again. As Paul said earlier, so yeah, generally excited about getting ready for the start of shooting.
Have you got enough sleep in the last few months then to see you through?
Yeah, stockpiling it, don't worry.
I'm excited.
Sleep. Yeah.
While Paul's been away, he has been responsible for getting the hoppers filled with Marston's Growers Pellets 2.5 and getting the water system working properly.
Last week's just been really making sure all the hoppers are in the pens, making sure they're all ready, filling them all up with food, and then of course filling header tanks up. Which here we don't have mains water to the pens. We got everything's bowsered out, so that's been trips backwards and forwards with the bowser, find a leak, another trip with the bowser, dogging out the pens as well. And we've got a lot of deer here, so you get a lot of deer in the pens, so we've been having to push them out.
So what would be a problem if you had a muntjac in there? That's not going to disturb them, is it?
Yeah, basically what happens is they'll all, the first few nights, they won't all go to roost the first few nights, so they'll all find a corner, and it's probably on this pen, so they can fly easily out onto this wheat field here. So what they probably do tonight, what they always do every year, is they'd all jug, which is basically all sit together, all on the front here, inside the pen. And then basically if you get a muntjac that's trying to get out of the pen here, run around the edge of the pen wire trying to get out, and he's bashing against the pen wire, make that noise or run through them, they'll all run to each other, get spooked, panic will set in, and they'll just fly up, and you'll get a spillage over the top onto this corn or into the ditches and stuff. And of course Mr. Foxy comes along and just wipes them up.
Tom Howe supplies the birds this morning from Fen Game. It's his crazy season.
So busiest time of the year for you then?
Yeah, it is now, yeah. We start delivering poults early June, and still got a lot to move this month, so...
How many birds, can you give me an idea?
What, to move or...?
Yeah, to move.
I'd say we've still probably got about 120,000 to move.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
But is this the sort of the keenest time of year? Most people getting the birds in? Or?
Yeah. We're probably another 3 weeks on pheasants. Then we start on partridges. Then once the crops have been cut, people are more keen to take the partridges in. Then once the crops have been cut.
For people that don't, can you explain the breakdown of time of year and what sort of happens over the season for you?
Basically, we start putting the laying hens in position end of February, beginning of March, and then on a normal year, probably not so much this year, just gone, but on a normal year, it's nothing not to see start getting eggs end of March, early April. And then chick wise, we'll have chicks on the field end of April, and then just a roll on effect really.
There needs to be continuity between the rearing fields and going to wood.
So basically they're on exactly the same rations they're on when they're at the game farm, so there's no stress of changeover of food. What we try and do is make everything the same really, so got the same type of drinkers, so they recognise the drinkers, same type of feeders, same type of food. They just haven't got no pen wire on over top of them, just on the outside of them.
So is this sort of where your stress ends and the gamekeepers begins?
As well, we've got a shoot of our own, so we start shooting second week of September, so we roll off the back of this straight into that
You're glad for punishment.
till the 1st of February, so we're always busy.
What's one of the biggest issues you have with this job?
Labour.
Finding labour?
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, the right labour. You know, you can employ anybody, but the thing is with livestock, if it's not managed and maintained and looked after properly, then you've soon got dead stock. So it's, you know, the right person who wants to do it and has got enthusiasm for the job rather than just turning up as a job, really, to be honest.
It's intensive, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's fairly full on.
The welfare of the birds and the success of the shoot is now firmly on the shoulders of Paul and Sam, and in the next episode of Modern Gamekeeper, we'll be back to see how they do.